I will also do that. Like, you come to my home, you'll have the food that you like, you have your drinks that you like. I will, pay for things. Like, I don't have an issue with that, but I would want my partner to be like, the main provider. I don't really do 50-50. Like,
so like 70-30, would you say?
Like if he.
But y'all make the same amount of money.
Well, first of all, I wouldn't want him
Ooh, she don't want a man that make the same amount of money as her. I respect that. Say that.
To make more than I make.
Why?
Best podcast in the world. Best podcast in the world.
Wagwan. Everybody, wagwan. We have wine glasses on the table for this episode.
It's about to get sexy. City boys up.
Wow, okay.
City boys up 1,000.
Okay.
I don't subscribe to that.
We have a guest. You want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Christine.
Everybody, welcome Christine. Yeah, no problem. Cheers again. So the reason we have these wine glasses on the table is so we can highlight all the Adventist people that turn back.
Oh my God.
Right? So FYI.
Where is
Adventist.
Yes, the Adventist.
Where is this being broadcast?
The world.
Look white.
For real. I saw that. You came in, I was like, wait, you put shea butter upon the teeth? What's going on here?
It goes everywhere.
Yo, what's that?
Yeah.
Why we got this?
Christine makes products, right? And we are going to put links in the description so you guys can have access to how to get Christine's products. Tell us about your stuff.
So this is my skincare line called Angella Irving. We're organic.
Look at our skins.
All
You see the
natural.
skins? Yeah.
Without no nasty toxins. So this is perfect for your family, it's perfect for your children, your babies, your grandmother. Anyone can use this, and this will nourish your skin from the outside in.
Vegan.
Nice.
Vegan.
All vegan
Oh,
products.
Jesus, these vegans.
Yes, I love it.
You a vegan?
Christine is a
sound like a
vegan.
hater.
Yes.
You a vegan? Oh my God.
Christine, how long have you been a vegan for?
Well, I was raised plant-based.
Really? All your life?
Yeah.
And you stuck with it?
Why not? That's all I know.
You know what sweet chicken is?
I don't think it's that sweet.
What? Girl, this guy's a vegan and yearn for chicken every day.
It's been a long journey.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Chicken.
Huh?
What is it about chicken?
Chicken so sweet.
Is
You
it
never hear it?
Is it like the
You never hear that
seasoning,
before?
Or just like
Oh,
Chicken
she got
so
you,
sweet.
Dre. You ain't eating no raw chicken.
no? Is it like
You ain't going to no
is it just the way
Caucasian
that
picnic.
it's prepared?
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
more, or it's like
For
the
sure.
taste of the flesh. You biting into the flesh.
There's no
With
way. Let's so fine. Since you want to go there,
I'm not going anywhere.
Yo,
I'm here
this
to-
show always become about food.
because of you
We need
and
to
your
do-
damn vegans.
We need to be on the Food Network
I'm just
for real.
saying that
So-
veganism is an amazing
I believe you.
lifestyle.
I believe
Yeah.
you. So here's the thing.
And Seventh-day Adventists live longer, are some of the longest living
It's
people
called
because
blue
of.
zones. If you take
Yeah.
a look at Loma Linda in California,
I
that's
know
a blue
about it.
zone,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
obviously. So you understand, you know, like the
You
So
know
benefits
the
of a
vibes.
vegan
here's the
diet.
deal.
You
Here's
know
the
the
deal.
vibes.
Here's the deal. You
I had
cannot.
chickens growing up, actually.
You ate them?
No, they were pets.
Jesus, people.
You know, God put us on this earth to take
To
care.
nyam
No,
chicken.
to take
To
care.
nyam
He
chicken.
gave us
Okay?
dominion.
Why you think the ark did full of
Yo,
animals?
Christine,
It's for
I
us
don't
to
want- I don't wanna
nyam
eat
them.
Nothing that have sex.
Is that? Oh.
You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
This guy always set people up and you fell for
No, I mean, there's different types.
They take shits, they have
Yeah.
sex, they do all these
Listen me.
things that's like
the
human
day you
life.
guys can get plants to taste like chicken. This guy tell me, yo, Dre, got these wicked vegan wings, Dre, you should try them. I tried them, you know what it tastes like?
Flavored cardboard.
Wheat.
It tastes like seasoned fried dumpling.
Get somebody else to do it.
That's a good taste. I like that taste.
Thou shalt not live by fried dumpling alone.
That's good.
Okay? So it's hard. Now look, I understand that the vegan route, the plant-based route, is the best route.
Is the way to salvation.
But chicken too sweet.
Dre, we gonna
all right,
be.
this is not an episode about.
Wait,
Yo,
do you
listen.
at least eat like organic?
Yeah.
Yo, Dre, we gonna be walking
range.
with our strong back.
Yeah.
You gonna need a cane at 80.
Have
we
you
gonna have
ever?
the
I feel
strong
like
back.
anyone who eats meat should kill
The meat that they
animals
eat.
and eat. Yeah.
I've done
I
that.
ain't ready for that.
So you
I've
would
done
be
that.
able
For that,
to,
Christine.
like, would you be able to support yourself by like having a farm, killing those animals, and eating?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's the most responsible way.
Okay. Or I could go to the store. So, what we talking about today, Mr. Baba?
Yo,
tell the people.
We are
Tell the
talking
people.
about something for all the city boys.
Okay.
We are talking
All right.
about 50-50
Relationships.
relationships.
All right. In what way?
That's a
In
hot
what way?
topic.
In what
That's
way?
a hot topic. We're talking about it in the sense of dating, finances. You know, we were having this discussion on what is 50-50 because there was a Michelle Obama quote, and I was telling Dre that older people have turned this 50-50 conversation into something different than what it is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The older people have said, yo, this 50-50 is about it's about taking care of responsibilities and taking turns with the kids and somebody working versus not. And I told him, nah, 50-50 is about finances. Christine, what do you think about that?
Yes. Tell us what you think the 50-50 conversation is about.
Debate.
Okay, I don't think anything is 50-50 in relationships.
What do you mean?
It's always skewed to one side.
No, but when people are talking about the 50-50 conversation, should a relationship be 50-50? Are they talking about, in your idea, are they talking about money or are they talking about responsibility and money?
I think both.
Okay.
Yeah, both.
Do you know anyone that only thinks about it as finance? Yeah. Outside of this guy.
I mean, it depends on what stage of relationship that you're in. Like, if you're married, that's something different. If you're dating, that's also something different. If that's
And
like
he's not married, so he wouldn't have a clue. That's what you're saying?
No,
I
but
like
also
that.
kind of like what the
I like that.
dynamic
You're going to just leave me dapping on camera.
No,
you're not going to dap me?
That's not what I said.
Thank you, Ali. Thank you. Wow.
I didn't agree with your point.
Go ahead.
It's okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
But I think it all depends on like what relationship that you're in.
Okay.
Like, your status.
So the level of the relationship.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
All right.
So like if you're dating, 50-50 on what?
For the context
Like,
of this show, what I
okay.
want to stick to is 50-50 being on finances alone. Because of course we know sometimes Dre is going to have to change a diaper. That's a given. We don't got to talk about that.
That's not true.
So are we talking about in the context of like a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship?
Bills.
So
you want to limit it to money?
We don't have to, but I'm saying that is where the conversation started.
So let's talk about let's create a hypothetical relationship situation, and we can discuss that. Because like there's so many different levels to relationships. So we're talking about like
that's why we had to have a female here,
like
Baba.
Dating relationships, like if you're my boyfriend, I'm your girlfriend, we're not living together. What is 50-50? Like
50-50 in that sense. It could be dates. It could be dates. Word.
Trips. Like I'm paying 50-50 for a trip.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
And you don't have to agree with it. But then there comes a sense of, okay, if a man is paying for everything, is he entitled to have sex with a woman? Now you have all of this.
Wait a minute.
Now you have all of this women going out on trips and getting flown out. I guess they're not in relationships yet. And they are taking these free trips and then saying, yo, I don't want to have sex. I feel like that's setting themselves up in a dangerous manner. And
get him, girl.
No. I think that, like, first of all, just because you pay for something doesn't give you access to my body. It's my body, my choice.
Yes, I agree with that.
So, like, if anyone is going to fly me out, I'm not saying anyone's flying me out, okay? If anyone's going to fly me out.
Yes, she is.
I am going to let them know, hey, especially if I'm not down for anything. I'm like, listen, you're flying me out, and these are the conditions. We're friends.
So you think you should take that? You should take that advice?
If I'm telling you that this is what my expectations are, and you agree to that, right? Mm-hmm. What's the problem?
I think you shouldn't take a certain amount of gifts from a person if you don't plan on being intimate with them, unless it's like your gay friend.
But why?
You know what I'm saying? So would you take a $10,000 purse from a man who you know wants to sleep with you and you don't want to sleep with him?
Yes, every woman's gonna take that purse.
Is it a gift?
Yeah.
If he's like,
oh jeez,
here,
are you gonna do the same thing back for him?
Why would I?
Right.
Oh,
would I be
we just got so many elements going.
No, if this person is telling you, here's a gift. Hey, here's a gift.
Thank you.
But
that's $10,000, Dre.
like,
you gotta get naked for that now.
It's like, why? That's so disingenuous. No, I don't want it.
Word.
I don't want it.
Wait, huh? You lost me. Wait, why don't you want it?
Because you gotta get naked for it.
But he doesn't say that when he's giving it to you. No guy says that.
Yeah.
Some guys say that.
Well, I'm not a girl, so I don't know. You telling me when a guy gives a girl a Louis bag, he's saying, this means you got to get naked?
No,
some men are expecting that.
They're expecting it. They don't say it.
Yeah.
So you're saying men are saying these things?
Some people say it.
Interesting.
Some people say it.
Give me an illustration of this. So a man hey
baby, here. And you be like, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Right.
And I'd be like, okay, girl.
Right.
Right away.
I don't know. This is me imagining them, you know?
Right.
And then you're like, oh no. And like,
I don't like you like that.
Yeah.
Would you then give that gift back?
Relax. Take off this jacket. Let's sit down in the bedroom, you know?
Would you?
That's what you're saying or he's saying?
That's what he's saying.
Would you then give that gift back if you see what he's trying to imply with it?
I don't like that. I don't like it. So, I don't know. Would I give it back? It depends on our relationship. I don't know.
All right. So here's the thing.
I would be like, okay, I'm gone. Bye. I'm leaving.
Nice.
I've never had anyone give me a $10,000 gift.
So here's the thing.
Okay.
Anyone
but I
of you
always make things clear. You have to make things clear from the jump.
Right.
Like, I am not doing this.
I hear you. Any one of you guys out there buying chicks these elaborate gifts and they're not your bona fide women,
business.
y'all a bunch of clowns. I just want y'all to know that.
Don't know.
Now, if you are out there buying these women's gifts and expecting and don't get it, good for you. These women don't owe you anything.
I like that.
Y'all a bunch of clowns and y'all supposed to get got.
But there are men out there that do love to give.
And y'all women love to take.
No, but that's the thing. But the thing about they can give financially, but they're not willing to give emotionally. There's no like emotional depth. There's that connection that you're vying for is not there. But they will give you.
Y'all don't want emotional, man. Stop it.
What?
Stop it.
That's weird.
Listen, guys, this is gonna be a good episode.
Emotional.
Y'all gonna learn a lot today.
Emotional men, though. Like, I'm not saying like a man who
These women here will tell you they want an emotional man. And you start being emotional and they gonna go tell their girls, I don't know, he's always whining, he's always crying, da. Man up! They don't want no emotional men. So go ahead, tell me about the emotional men you're looking for, please.
It's called a connection.
What kind of connection is this?
Emotional.
How does that work? How does that look? How does that look? Explain that to me. Honesty means vulnerable?
Yeah. You being able able to talk about anything, go anywhere. Just explore each other. Communication-wise. That's emotional depth. That's a connection.
Interesting.
Well, let's talk about let's get back to
50 for real.
Relationship. You know, of course, no means no. If a woman says no, it's definitely a no. I don't even if she's with that playful no, you need to run away, because a no is a no. So if you want a flight and you flew a girl out and she says no on a vacation, it's still a no. My friend was just telling me, even in a marriage, if your woman says no, it's still a no.
Absolutely.
Your woman doesn't owe you sex if y'all get married.
You don't own her.
What? All right, so all y'all men flying women out,
stop it.
And it's not expressly communicated that when you get out here, what I'm gonna be doing to you, y'all a bunch of suckers and y'all deserve to get got.
That's a girl.
Now, as it relates to being married and being obligated to sex, I disagree with you wholeheartedly, because there are certain things in marriage that if you don't have these components, what is the purpose of being married?
Word. I think so too.
So I don't believe that you should use
You Jewish or
sex
something?
as a weapon or as a bargaining chip within marriage, but you should respect.
Exactly.
But that's not what he's saying. That's not what I'm saying.
He said obligated.
You're not obligated.
You don't owe.
I don't understand why people feel like people owe them anything. Do you think that you owe your partner sex?
So
Do you think that? Do you think that
you want an answer?
They're like, you have to.
Let me ask you a question. You're with somebody and they're paying for everything.
What does that have to
No,
do?
listen, hold on, listen.
Sorry,
They're paying for
I need to
everything.
listen better. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. You're cool. You're cool.
No, I'm really not great at listening.
Your man is with you. He doesn't make you pay for any bills.
Yeah.
Y'all get married. All of a sudden, he's like, "Yo, I'm not paying for nothing anymore." Does he owe you the right to still continue to pay for everything?
No, there's no one owes you anything. Okay?
So what happens? How do you feel if he was paying and showed you this person that he was,
and then he
y'all
stops
get
paying?
married? Yeah, she
So
did.
how are we gonna live then? Are you paying?
You not doing nothing?
You ain't paying. I ain't paying. What's going on?
Why you not paying?
But
Why you
imagine
not
that with
paying?
sex
It's like,
now.
but that's the
it's
thing.
like, yo, we got married
It's
and now
not
you
that
took.
like the scenario is not that black and white. You know, it's like, why?
So
Why?
so here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Go, Andre.
For me, okay, let me just say, for me, I don't think anyone owes you anything.
Lies you're
okay?
telling.
Like you guys are
You-
within a relationship. There is.
I thought you was
you have
Adventist.
to communicate. Okay?
You're not Adventist? You don't read the Bible?
I am not going to spitefully withhold sex from my partner. You know? But if I don't feel up to it one night, if a person doesn't feel like doing it, no. There's no obligation for anyone to give you their body.
Hold on a second.
If you do something nice, if you say hi to me, should I give you
hold on. So
vagina?
So
no.
most
I agree with you.
If you bring my groceries to my door, should I have sex with you?
Are you guys in a relationship?
No.
Are you guys in a relationship?
If we go out on a date,
Are you guys in a relationship?
Take a $10,000
it
gift
doesn't
from
matter.
What
if
do you mean it
we
doesn't
go
matter?
on a date and you pay for my drinks at a bar or wherever we are, should I give you sex? No.
Okay.
For what?
So here's the deal.
Why
You're getting very emotional. You okay?
I'm not.
I don't
Don't be condescending. Don't say that I'm emotional.
I said you're getting. I didn't
I'm
say
not
you are
getting
emotional. Oh, okay.
at all. Like that.
Okay.
This
I
is
just
not
want.
emotion.
All right.
Yeah.
So
don't throw that.
as it relates to
I'm emotional.
Not
marriage.
patronizing. I'm so sorry.
I'm emotional, by the way.
As it relates to marriage, I believe your body is not yours once y'all get married. His body is not his once y'all get married. Your body is his body is yours. So if there comes a situation where you guys, let's say your sex drive is higher than his, right? And that means you constantly want more sex than he does. His job when you guys got married, the vow you guys took was your vagina is the only one on this planet I'm gonna go seeking after. And you said my stuff is the only one you're seeking after. So if I'm in the mood, your job is to satisfy that. Now, on the events when you're not feeling well or whatever, then yeah, a husband that loves you understands, you know what, it's okay, babe. We'll do this another time. You're not feeling well, whatever, it's okay. But the way that woman made it sound was like, it's always on my terms. And that is not how it is in a marriage.
I agree with that. She made it sound like that. That's not what you heard?
I did not interpret that. I'm just.
You want to watch it again?
I don't need to watch it again.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't interpret it as that. I just interpreted it as that you do not owe anyone anything. There is no obligation.
In some circumstances, you do. Yeah, in some circumstances, you
heard
do.
her, what she said. Go half on the date. You don't owe that woman a full date on the first date. You don't owe her nothing.
But why are you going into the date expecting sex because you took the person out? Like,
no, I'm not
he's
saying
not saying sex.
I'm just
That's
saying,
not what he's saying.
We don't. What it is that we don't. We shouldn't.
We shouldn't expect. So y'all shouldn't expect.
Exactly. It's like, yo.
We shouldn't expect what?
Anything
for a first date, if that's the case.
Do you know why men pay?
Why? Tell us, please.
Like, why do you
Dre's happy. He's
no,
like,
but why do you think, like, the dynamics are as such?
I don't know. Tell us.
You don't know?
No.
Do you pay for your first dates?
It's been a long time.
When's the last time you've been on a date?
A first date?
Oh, you're married.
Yeah.
So when your first date with your wife, did you pay?
If my recollection serves me correct, yes.
Where you went, Dre?
A pizza shop.
Did you pay for the second date?
Probably.
Did you pay for the third date?
Probably.
More than likely.
Yeah.
Did you pay for your first? Do you pay for your first date?
I paid for. I'm a gal club. Straight up. I'm a straight up gal club. So I
give you a nap. I give you a nap.
I had to learn a gal club is like a guy who's a
simp
over a gal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I didn't have my most masculine elements. Now I'm hearing about.
The masculine
I feel like
element?
The masculine elements is now going on a pre-date. We're gonna go to a coffee shop.
That's innovation. I don't know if that's a masculine.
We're gonna go to a coffee shop and vibe out to see if we even like each other for this to go further.
I agree. I do that, and I don't pay on first dates, but I do that because I just want to test.
Why don't you pay on first dates?
Why do I need? I don't want to. I don't want to.
So why you want to go out on a date?
What?
To get free food, duh.
Oh, that is hilarious.
Why? Because for me, I do value gender roles.
Yes.
I'm pretty traditional when it comes to that.
Can you tell me?
Wait, no, hold up. No.
I was gonna say why do men?
Like men are providers. They provide.
This is why men pay for first dates.
I think
she's saying that's her philosophy.
It's because of the roles, like traditionally, those are traditional like roles. Like men are providers.
Are we in traditional times still?
I'm a traditional woman.
No,
there are
traditionally women used to get raped and not complain.
What?
Yeah, that's a fact. That is a fact.
Yo, we need.
No, wait, no. Hold on. We should.
Talking about?
No. You see, what's happening nowadays?
Wait a minute. I'm so sorry. What?
You lost. She's completely lost.
You're lost? Okay.
Women get raped and not complain?
Yes.
I don't even think they had an outlet to complain to.
You never heard of this?
I've heard of that.
I'm not saying I agree with this stuff. Now, forget Africa. Yeah. That stuff was happening here. That stuff was happening in the Caribbean. Yeah. That stuff was happening a lot.
It's because they probably didn't have the resources to leave.
Yeah. Whatever it was happening.
Okay, things like that happen.
So
I guess I'm just like a little taken back by the way you said it. So yeah. So what? He wasn't saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the point. Women nowadays are saying. They expect traditionalism from men, but they want to be modern in the way they conduct themselves.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out. This is a lot of mine. I'm trying to figure out what your statement about.
FYI, this is not what we normally do. So hopefully, if you get tipsy, don't think we did this. We do these kinds of things, right? So go ahead.
I'm trying to understand the correlation between what you said about traditions and rape.
Right, because we're first we start
traditions,
right,
and like
Dre, pull that one in. Pull that one in.
Yeah, I'll connect the dots for you.
I think you definitely need to kind of like package it a little better because I'm not.
No, so I say things and it engenders a visceral reaction to the things I say. Now, you said you're a traditional woman. Earlier, you were saying your body's yours. And everything is supposed to be on your terms. Yeah? You said that.
What? I did not say everything. Okay.
As it relates to sex, your body is yours.
Nobody owes you anything.
Right.
No,
yeah.
I do not owe
anybody.
Right. Sure.
Anything. But this is the thing.
So let me, you want me to connect the dots again?
Connect the dots.
Okay. So if your body is yours and it's all on your terms, you can't say I'm a traditional woman. Because traditional women, back in the day, when we're talking about tradition, those women used to give their bodies up willingly or unwillingly, right? So you guys are choosing to say, I'm a traditional woman, so I expect men to do this. But when it comes to me, I'm not traditional. I'm more modern. Now, you should choose which side of the fence you want to be on, whether you want to be a modern woman or you want to be a traditional woman. There's some things that traditional women did, which is why marriages were what they were back then, and there are some things women don't do now, which is why marriages are 50% broken up.
So, I would want to be with someone who respects my boundaries, right? Like, a lot of times, women did not have a choice back in the day of whom they dated. You know, there was a lot of trauma. Like, even my grandmother, like, her life story is crazy, you know, very traumatic.
So why are you acting brand new when I said what I just said?
No. Because, like, to me...
Those are the times y'all are romanticizing, saying y'all traditional women.
Like when I talk about like traditional gender roles, where it's like men provide, women, you know, they have their own rules. Not roles. It's not. I mean, of course you're gonna look cute, but it's like there's roles within the family. Like I grew up in a very traditional home. Like my mom, you know, was a stay-at-home mother. My father worked, but they have a partnership. You know, they communicate. You could tell that they love each other. They want to be together. They're always together, you know? They respect each other. So, like, that's what I'm talking about in terms of traditional roles. Like, my father, like, he is the spiritual leader of the home. Like, they work together really well. Like, I love their dynamic. I love their relationship. I don't want to be with a man who can't respect me, who doesn't respect my boundaries, who doesn't respect my wishes, who doesn't take my being in consideration.
You shouldn't be with a man.
Right. So then I can find a man who values traditions as well, but will not rape me.
No, but why does owing sex automatically mean rape?
Why does what?
Why does owing sex automatically mean rape? And why does that come up like rape? You know what I'm saying?
I don't
like what if a man
rape?
What if
He literally brought up rape.
Nah, but you know
I explained why I brought that up.
But
I asked another friend about the video and she automatically brought it to rape, and I said, nah, the way this woman is setting up this question is pandering to like make everybody think about rape. When in actuality,
she ended the video saying, "Don't be a rapist."
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And it's like, yo, so like owing somebody sex does not mean rape.
Right, but I've been in positions where I felt like I should, you know? But I don't ever want to feel obligated to do anything with anyone. Just because you do something nice, just because you take me out. I don't have those levels of expectations for you. Why have that for me?
Dre, you and I have a daughter. I'm sorry, Christine.
No, it's okay.
You and I have a daughter. your daughter says, yo, daddy, this guy wants to fly me all the way out to Cancun. But I told him I don't want to have sex. He's going to pay for 7 days.
I'm telling her not to go.
I'm telling my daughter the same thing.
So the reason I'm telling her not
you
to
would
go.
tell her.
And she's like, I
Whatever
don't
your
want to have
husband
sex with
wants,
him.
whenever he wants it, give it to him because that's your obligation.
Yeah.
Facts.
So,
besides that, but listen,
hold on,
if
let me
she's like,
tell you why.
Listen, because if she comes to us and she's like, yo, dad, I was on my period and he forced himself on me, he's dead.
So here's the deal. Here's the deal. She said some guy is flying me out to Cancun. She didn't say my boyfriend. She didn't say matter of fact.
She said I don't want to have sex with him. I don't like him like that.
Period. So why are we having this discussion?
Exactly.
Why are you going?
Why are women taking free
Why
shit
are you
from men
going
they don't like?
anywhere on some escapade with a guy who's not your boyfriend?
Right.
Let's not even continue this conversation.
Right.
Now, as you're having a very visceral reaction right now to this conversation.
No, I feel like some of the things that you're saying is like a little outlandish.
You know why human beings love free shit?
That's true. That's true.
Everything,
feminine
but honestly,
species.
it's not free. It's really not free.
Word.
It's really not
Nothing
free.
is free, right?
Because, like, yeah, it's really
It comes
not
at a
free.
cost.
It does.
And I wouldn't want
What's
my
the cost?
daughter.
No, hold on.
I wouldn't want my daughter to be in a
Self-respect.
situation where she's like, no, I told you no, and that she's locked in a whole country, and the only person she knows is this man.
But that's common sense.
But a lot of people don't have
That's
that
common sense.
Let's
Dre.
do something like
They're like, nah, you said no, you gotta acknowledge your agreement.
Stupid.
Not stupid.
That's stupid.
It's gullible.
Bro.
It's not gullible.
Bro.
It's
Men, the reason.
it's oblivious.
Bro, the reason.
It's not stupid,
It's
it's
stupid.
It's oblivious.
It's stupid. The reason women are talking about my body, my choice is because they feel like it has not been their body and their choice. Meaning men have been perpetuating different things on to them.
I've been forced into such.
If
before.
you are in a situation where you don't have full control or trust in the person you're in that situation with, you shouldn't be in that situation in the first goddamn place.
Agreed.
If you want to go to Mexico, you and your girlfriends go to Mexico. Ask us, and we will plan a family trip to Mexico.
I'm gonna fund the money for you and your female friend to go.
Whatever.
Even if you going with a guy, I'm gonna say if you don't have a parent and you go.
If you going with a guy, I need to know that
yourself.
guy.
No, if you don't have a father, we talking about you don't have a father. As a woman,
I didn't know
if
we
you
were talking
don't want to
about
have,
because you said my daughter came in.
Now I'm saying as a woman, if you don't want to have sex with this man, why are you taking his money and his advancements that he worked hard for? Say, I'll come on the trip with you, but I'm paying for everything myself, so you don't expect nothing.
Don't do that neither.
Right.
Because that don't stop him.
If you don't like him, then don't.
Yeah.
Go.
Facts.
Like it's just
That's something we
it's
could
gonna
get
be
jiggy with.
awkward, and it's like I hate having to tell someone no. Like it just
Right.
it makes no sense.
Even if
Just
you
don't
agree
go.
to it, this man
Bro.
has more strength than you,
Bro.
and can put you in an awkward situation.
Listen. I believe that when it comes to women and men involvement with each other, certain things happen in stages. When we go out on a trip, we have already been on a couple of dates. I have already spent hours whether talking to you or being around you, so I understand who you are or have a good understanding of who you are.
Yeah.
By the time we're getting to the point where we're going on a vacation, we are both, not we, me and the woman are both in the position, yeah, we're not doing that, are both in the position, right, where if it happens, we're both okay with it. And we know that. You understand what I'm saying?
And you communicating. So you're saying you have to get the win before you even fly, take a girl to another country.
If you don't get it before, right, you guys are both on the same page that it could happen there. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't go there not knowing, he don't go there not knowing, and that's when rape happens.
Yo, Dre and I think rape is terrible. Full disclosure.
Facts. All of y'all men raping women, y'all should get hung.
Nuts cut off.
Just so she don't think that I'm supporting rape, because I get the feeling that she thinks I'm
but back to
rape.
50-50, because I feel like this went all the way.
Yes.
Christine, what do you think about a 50-50 financial relationship? You make 50,000, your man makes 50,000. Should the man foot the bill for everything? Is it 70-30 financially for you? No kids.
Yeah, I like this question. Let's go. Let's hear your answer. Let's hear your answer.
He's not wealthy. He's still working on himself.
It don't matter. They both make the same amount of money.
You know, I think it all. So for me, why are you looking at me like that?
Go on.
All right.
You can look at me.
All right. Like, okay, so for me, I don't have an issue chipping in, paying for things, you know, that's not an issue for me. But for dates, like if you're taking me out if we're going on dates, like, you know, you're paying for the date.
Nah, we ain't pulling out 2 credit cards. We're not pulling out.
You're paying for the date.
But will you offer
every
to take
day?
him out on a date?
Yeah, I'll take him out on a date, but I also will provide others, like I will buy stuff. I will, you know, do things for my partner. Like it's not all on him. Like I will also do that. Like you come to my home, you'll have the food that you like, you have your drinks that you like. I will, you know, pay for things. Like I don't have an issue with that, but I would want my partner to be like, you know, the main provider. I don't really do 50-50. Like
so like 70-30, would you say?
Like if like, you know,
but y'all make the same amount of money.
Well, first of all, I wouldn't want him
Ooh, she don't want a man that make the same amount of money as her. I respect that. Say that.
To make more than I make.
Why?
Because, like, if
that's how you can only find true love, Dre. When the man makes more.
Like, if he's like, I'm like a person who will hold the man down as well. Like, if there's some type of challenge or struggle in the relationship on his end, like I'll step up support. Like I have no issue with that. Like we are together. We're working together as a team.
But it's on your terms.
It's not on my terms, but it's just something that we discuss with each other. You know, we'll have a talk about it. Like everything is about just communication. Like I'm not gonna just like assume. Like we'll talk about it. You know. But like when it comes to paying for things, I don't know. Like for dates, like he'll pay. Like you know. But I would want my partner to make more money because like if we have children, like I would want to stay home with my children, and
you gonna be a stay-at-home mom?
For a few years, you know, like, but you know, I'll have my businesses. Like, I'm not gonna like push that to the side.
So wait, so your money is your money and his money is your money?
No, it's our money.
Your money is our money?
It's our money. It's all our money.
Okay.
But it's just who the person is. Like, it's our money.
So if it's our money, why does he have to pay?
Are we talking about a context of marriage, or are we talking about a context of
dating?
We're
talking about
he just wants to have the
no kids. Yeah.
No kids and marriage, or no kids and not
dating.
Married.
No kids and dating.
Dating. No kids and dating. Like
right.
my money's my money. His money is my money. I spend whatever he wants. No, but I just think that like if we make the same amount of money, I am more conscientious of someone who makes more money. But also, I mean, does he have student loans? I have student loans. If he doesn't have student loans, then he can pay more of stuff.
Facts.
You know, like it just depends on our financial.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you this question: how has it gone with men that you've dated? I'm sure you've dated a guy who earned more than you. How are those type of men in relationships that pay for things more? Are they still soft and cuddly and emotional, or do they tend to be more controlling and manipulative?
Oh, that's a good question.
Wow, those are real setup statements there, bro.
One person comes to mind.
It's not me.
I would say he was rather generous, you know, but he also didn't want to feel taken advantage of.
Nobody does.
You know, so like, whenever he would come to my home or we would go out, like I would if I'll pay for something but for the most part, he paid for the majority of the dates. Like he paid for.
He asked you out or you
trip.
asked out?
Huh?
Trip.
Yeah, like he paid.
Yeah.
But it's this is the thing, we had discussions about it.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is what I'm willing to do.
You were in a relationship with this guy?
Yeah.
Or you guys were just dating?
No, we were together.
Okay. So you had a discussion. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is what we'll do. This is what I'll do, and this is what you'll do. And if
give me an example of some of these things.
In terms
listen, I'm trying to flush this whole thing out.
These are the costs of the trip because I planned it.
So you planned the trip?
Yeah, I planned the trip. He wanted to go. I was like, let's do it at this time. This is what, because I'm a planner. So these are the costs. This is what I'm gonna do. Made that clear, and everything else is on you. And he's like, okay.
Gotcha.
I booked it, and he sent me the cash, and that was it.
What was wrong with him why the relationship didn't work out?
Oh, he was a narcissist. Oof.
So you hear that, ladies? Controlling the finances comes with different types of personalities.
He wasn't a control
That's the worst type of
narcissists loves to say I'm a good person, and they like to show the ways that they're a good person, and that a part of that is his generosity.
Women hate when you rub shit in, right?
It's just
yeah.
But
I did this for you, I did that for you, I did this for you.
Yeah, and I'm okay, that's the confines of a relationship. Do you know what I did?
Right.
I
wasn't counting. If you want me to, I could start, right?
So, but, I did feel financially secure.
While with him.
You had, there's levels of safety in relationships. So I did feel financially secure with him, but I didn't feel emotionally secure.
How long was this relationship?
Oh, it went on for a year.
So that's not enough time to me to feel,
To what?
to have that emotional security.
That's not enough time? Oh, that is enough time. Okay.
A year?
I was in a relationship.
That is enough time to foster it, to build it.
Right, to build.
But
not to have it.
No, to have as well. There's to me, there's levels to emotional depth, but I would want to feel what I'm saying to you is connecting, that you understand. And if there's no going past a certain level, it's why am I here? I can't. I can't. It's not satisfactory for me.
I've been in a relationship where I paid for 99.99% of everything. A relationship for 6 years. I was under the belief I didn't have a strong alpha male father. I was under the belief of happy wife, happy life. I grew up around a lot of women. I went to church, which is filled with women. And I thought it was all about just doing whatever it took to make your woman happy. And boy, did I find out the hard way. Dre gets on me because he's like, yo, the girl just wanted to be married. And that's the one thing he didn't do for her.
He only tells half the story when
in the beginning, the first date, I told this woman, yo, I don't want to get married. I will treat you like the best person on this earth, but I don't want to sign a paper to prove that I love you. I don't believe in love contracts.
And she agreed.
And we passed the first date.
She thought that
she could change me.
Yeah, women always think that.
And
sometimes.
We started with me paying for everything, and I'm gonna tell y'all, gentlemen, you pay for everything, and you don't have it like that. You are creating a spoiled little brat who thinks she's gonna control you.
Oh my gosh!
Do not do that.
Without
that, idle hands are the devil's playground. So while you're carrying 2 suitcases, she's gonna be like, "Yo, you're not carrying it right. You're not lifting it high enough. Look at it dragging on the floor." Cause she got all this goddamn energy to complain at you. If you ain't making 200,000 or more, that woman has to contribute to your life.
Not in Wyoming.
Not in Africa. Not in Ghana.
I think it's more so like the partners you choose, you have to be very
You gotta do research.
You have to really, be considerate of that. So, like...
Of what I'm missing?
Because, like, reciprocity is big in a relationship.
Yeah.
Like, you should not just be doing any and all and everything for your partner and getting nothing. Like,
reciprocity sounds like 50-50.
No, it's more so... I mean, it's kind of just like...
It sounds like being owed.
Yes.
Being owed? No, it's just reciprocity. It's like, I want to be here in this relationship. You want to be here in this relationship.
Let's do
we
whatever.
are putting our full energies in this relationship. We're showing up for it.
Yep.
And if you're paying for that, I'm also very appreciative of that. But I'm also providing other things in the relationship to cater to you as well. So like it's like you don't want to be like this person who's just take. Like if you see that that's one-sided, then you know something is off.
So it's funny how
men starve the D from your woman sometimes. Tell her no sometimes.
She'll find another D.
Tell her no some. They could tell they don't owe us sex. We don't owe them sex. Reciprocity.
They'll find another.
I do not subscribe to what do you call it?
Owing sex.
What do you call that thing where you abstain from sex? What do you call it?
Celibacy.
Abstinence?
No, he has
Semen
another.
retention.
See, I do not subscribe to semen retention.
Doesn't it bring like clarity of mind? Wait, so I feel like we're just straying off topic. So you're saying like 50-50. Like I don't do the 50-50. Like even like the hypothetical situation we had conversations.
But what's a
about,
partnership
like, moving
though?
together, and I was like, listen, you make X amount of dollars. I will pay groceries. I will pay maybe a light bill. I will not pay like an oil bill because those are expensive if you have a home. That, it just depends.
But let me ask
But
you a
you
question.
just said your money. We're still talking about dating, right? We're not talking about marriage. When you make that statement, you're talking about dating.
Yeah, dating.
Oh, so you guys, wait. So y'all are dating. You guys are living in this.
If we live together.
Right. So dating and living in the same residence.
Yeah.
And you're sparsing what bills you're paying and what bills you're not paying.
Like if he's gonna be paying like the majority of the bills. Like,
Why?
He'll pay. But it's all contingent on his salary for the most part.
Why?
So for the specific person that I'm thinking about, it's not
50,000.
We're not okay. So the scenario that I was talking about, the person who like earned way more than I did, I'm not splitting 50-50 nothing.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
There's two types of 50-50.
Okay, he is a provider. He will provide.
And you won't date guys that don't make more than you.
There's two types
I've dated guys that made less than I have, and that's okay as well. I just want a person who's happy.
Yes.
I want someone who's ambitious and is striving for more. Because a person like that is not gonna stay making less than I am.
There's two types of
So it's
50-50s. There's a 50-50 where I make 100,000 and you make 50,000 and you spend 25,000 and I spend 50,000 because we're splitting our bills halfway.
I don't do that.
You know what I'm saying? And then there's a 50-50 of the rent is $1,000, you pay 500 and I pay 500.
So we're splitting the rent 50-50 like that. How much are you making? No.
So question.
But you can, have you lived but by yourself before?
I'm living alone right now.
You pay the whole rent by yourself.
Yeah.
You pay the whole Con Ed by yourself.
Yeah, how
you
is
pay
it
the whole
not
oil
okay
bill
to
by
pay
yourself?
half of it instead of the whole thing?
It just depends on how much he makes. I'm not paying half of anything.
But y'all not married.
I am not paying half.
She said
of
the woman
rent.
has.
So you heard that, guys?
What about
I'm
you?
not
Don't
paying
live
half
with
the
them
rent.
if they ain't trying to pay
I'm not
half.
paying
What
half
about
the rent
you,
if
Dre?
he makes more money than I do.
Facts.
I'm not gonna do that.
What
Y'all
about
not
you,
married,
Dre?
huh?
It don't matter.
What about me?
What
It
about
doesn't
you,
matter
Dre?
because if I'm living with you, then it's like everything is considered.
I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
Like I know if I'm living with you, then it just means that we have a very serious relationship. I feel like that's a serious relationship. That's like ultimate commitment. Next steps hopefully is marriage. But like in New York City, you live together because like rent is expensive, but I still feel like.
But you don't want to pay half.
But I don't pay half. Like if you make more money than me, I'm not paying half of the rent. Period. Like
What about
What if the guy who
made less than you?
But he's your dream guy.
we paid half of the rent.
So you'll sacrifice for a guy that makes less than
Yeah.
you if he meets the other.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, what about you, Dre?
You hear that, guys?
I don't
hear
have
that?
an issue with that. But
Dre,
it's
what
he's not
about
gonna
you?
stay
What about me?
making
What
half
you
of
think
the-
about 50-50 versus the man paying for everything?
I think I believe in 50-50.
Okay. Financially, we talking about.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matching energies.
I don't know about matching energy. I believe in 50-50.
Yeah.
If we got $7,000 worth of bills, we split that down the middle. That's $3,500.
Is that what you do in your household now?
No, I'm married. Mine is mine. Mine is hers, and hers is mine. So married folks.
Break it down for them, Dre.
Okay.
The bank.
So in my home, our money goes into the joint account, and the joint account pays the bills. So there isn't mine and hers or hers and mine.
Do you have like a separate savings for yourself?
Sure. She has hers
her
and I
own
have mine.
savings.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's just for discretionary. So allowances.
Right.
Right. So I have an allowance, she has an allowance. So, but all of the family funds go into one account.
Mm-hmm.
She has her allowance, I have my allowance, and the bills are paid from the family account. So
Yeah.
there is no my money and her money.
But percentage-wise, who's putting more into the?
There is none. There's no percentage. Whatever is left goes to savings.
No.
So
Based on the money you earn and based on the money she earns, who is it 50-50? Y'all are
there
both
is
putting
no.
50?
It's if you pour this all in here, how do you know who put more in there?
Based upon
It's all going in the same
based upon the
container.
class. So does
Yeah.
she make the same amount of money you make?
No, but
Right.
if you pour this,
I understand that we're talking about the origin.
Christina's getting real logical now.
she's trying to get technical. Go
I'm not
ahead.
being
Yeah.
technical, but he asked a question.
Yeah.
Which
He
I did
basically
answer the
asked-
question.
He basically asked the question.
He's trying to ascertain who's paying more of the bills. And if all of my money is going in this account and all of her money is going in this account and this account is paying all the bills, who's paying more?
How much
Whoever
money
makes
do you
more.
guys allocate
No.
to discretionary funds, like within your savings?
It's whatever we decided we need. So if, let's just say we lived in the Bronx, right? And you said, okay, so I got to go to work every day and I need $300 a week for lunch. And then I need $200 for the Metro card, right? That's $500 right there, right? Then you might say, every now and then I need to buy toiletry or whatever. So you calculate all of that, and that's your allowance. My allowance is whatever I said I need for until the next pay period. That's my allowance. The rest goes in the joint account.
Okay, so do you guys have savings for yourselves or just
If you
like
you
your-
can save
No,
from
I'm
your.
asking you specifically. Do you guys have?
I don't know what she has. My money. If I don't use it all, it's saved. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. If you were
If I don't use it all, it's saved.
no.
I don't understand what you want me to say.
If you are now
Because the joint account has savings.
if you are now a
You
Fortune,
save from the joint account.
If
Go
you
ahead.
are a Fortune 500
Yeah.
man,
Yes.
bills is out of the question. Any
Yes.
woman that lives with you living for free getting whatever she wants. Do you treat that woman and give her the same amount of power that she has now
All right.
as
So
when it's 50-50?
so I'll give you an example. And
Or
since we're
is it
getting
like-
personal in my life.
No, or is it like one drop of a dime, she say the wrong word, she's out of there and you find another
Well,
one?
first off, I can't answer that question because I'm not in that situation.
Okay.
Right? But I can give you what it is now. My wife controls most of what happens in my household. One, because I'm not usually there. I'm always out working or doing the Wagwan podcast, right? So there is no what I say go or go out the door. I have 3 kids. She's the one manning the 3 kids, right?
But you could. She leaves you. You could just pay for that.
What do you mean? If she breaks up with me?
Yeah, if she disrespects you in any way, it's cool. You don't mind paying for the child support and getting rid of her if you make a certain amount. Does that change in your mind if you are paying all the bills? Is your wife...
So where's love for my wife and my family? Where's that?
So you're saying it's the same whether you have money or not?
It should be, yeah.
Okay.
Again, I'm not a Fortune 500 guy, so I can't answer that specific question. Yeah. I'm telling you what it is now. In my relationship, I told you already, I'm a partner guy, right? So we discuss things. There is no, we're going to do what I say. There is no, I want sex, so give it to me, even though you think that's what it is.
Like, did he come with that?
Yo, baby, want some sex.
No.
Right? No.
In my mind's eye, it should stay the same. The only difference would be, look, I deal with a lot of wealthy people. And a lot of wealthy people, they're always out. Even if they're home, they're in meetings, they're on conference calls, they're busy doing things, right? You're always going to be, like, most of your time is going to be spent working because you're creating this wealth for the family, right? You do separate time for the family, right? You take the kids to the baseball games, or you guys going on vacation, or all these different things. You separate time for them, but as it relates to what her responsibilities or tasks are, that would be the home. She just takes care of the home. She don't worry about bills. Same scenario. She will have her allowance because she's gonna have things she'll want to do, and if she wants to save from it, that's her thing. But it's her allowance, and she can do with it whatever she wants. Hopefully I answered your question, boss.
Christine, when dealing with a man who pays all the bills versus a man who's 50-50.
Nice.
Is it the same type of relationship? Do you talk to that man who pays all the bills nicer? Nah. Do you argue with him less? Nah. Or is it the same?
It's the same.
I could have told you that. I could have told you that.
Okay. I think a man who makes more money has a way smaller tolerance of disrespect and what he'll take. Kids or no kids.
I think it's a matter of control, but it's like I'm not gonna. For me, like, I don't know. Like I would always have my own, reserves.
Yeah.
So like you're not gonna be able to control me with your money.
Right.
Like I don't like to be controlled. Like that's just like off the table. So
give me an example of you being controlled.
No, I
you owe me sex.
I feel like it's kind of like, what do men do?
Everything.
It's like, oh, I'm not gonna do that because you didn't do X, Y, Z, or something like that.
I'm not gonna specific.
Like. Okay, so if just a hypothetical situation.
Yeah.
If he's paying for all the bills. And all that jazz. He's like, for me, I love Pilates. Like Pilates is my
That's your jam?
I love it. I'm actually doing teacher training in a couple months.
Word.
Yeah.
Wow.
So my ex would support my Pilates habit. Pilates is very expensive, especially reformer. It's like
reformers.
What's that?
Reformer Pilates. It's a machine. It's like this machine mechanism that you use for Pilates.
Okay.
There's
is
mat
Pilates for like being better at sex, or is it just for like overall?
It actually will make your life a lot better. It strengthens your core. So when your core is strengthened and your pelvic floor is strengthened, then everything just gets better in life, actually.
You is it like a little bit of yoga mixed in? Like, does it clear your mind and shit?
It's exercise, so it always clears my mind.
Okay.
Yoga is a little bit more spiritual than I like. I did do a lot of like Bikram yoga back in the day, and I actually do like Bikram yoga. But Pilates, I find myself just getting stronger and stronger, and I just love that feeling of strength.
So he supported your Pilates.
Yeah, he supported my Pilates habit.
Like, how much is the class?
$40 per class.
That's not terrible.
And I like to do at least 3 to 4 classes
A day?
a week.
Oh, okay.
So like he would do like the.
She made it sound exorbitant.
He would do the $300 package a month, like a few times, you know. Like that's what I like.
Yeah.
So like if I like,
and then you would tell him I don't owe you sex.
Like say for instance, I said like I'm not doing that, you know, and he like well then no Pilates. It's like you're trying to control me, like you're trying to condition me.
What's that? When you say I'm not doing that, what's that?
I don't know. It's like hypothetical.
Give me a hypothetical.
I'm not doing your laundry.
Yes, I'm not doing your laundry. I don't feel like doing it.
So
because you're like just because you pay for stuff,
I hear
doesn't mean that you have control.
I got you.
Or you can manipulate me to do anything that you want to do because you're providing some type of monetary support.
But it wasn't monetary. You didn't see the joy that was on your face when you talked about Pilates just now.
I love it.
You're smiling right now.
Yeah.
So that's what he gave you, not money.
Ooh.
And he asked you for the laundry.
Dre
it's going to take you an hour and a half.
Dre trying to make it deep.
I get that. You know, that makes sense. I can acknowledge that. But it's like, I mean, laundry is a little trivial. You know.
Well, you're the one, so I asked for specific.
Yo, let's also talk about the idea. Let's also talk about the idea that money is really just energy.
Yeah, that's a you thing.
Money is a what?
That's a you thing.
Nah, Dre. When you making money, you're not spending your time, your youth, to make this money.
Yes.
It's really just a currency of your energy.
Okay.
It's your time.
That's not true, because then the guy who makes
$2,000
$1 million a year, he's not exerting the same energy as the construction worker.
But guess what? He had to do something at some point in order to get to that point to make $1 million a year.
Yeah, but he's not
like
exerting.
Usain Bolt ran for years and years not making a penny to then be able to make millions in seconds.
Didn't he get like his whole bank account depleted?
No, that's not true.
Yeah,
he lost 10. I don't know if he got it back.
He only got
but
like $7,000 in his bank account.
No, he got scammed $10 million.
Jamaican, right?
No, I think it's US. Ooh. And Usain is worth a lot more than $10 million. So that is not true. And I think they recovered some of his money. They didn't recover all of it. So he was not broke. He would have been stressed out a lot more if he was broke.
Bolt's financial advisor.
No, it's not. I am not. The guy who was robbing him. But yeah, I think we like as human beings, right? We all have to sit and decide what works for us. Now, if you're with a man that has there are some men out there, like you pointed out earlier, right? There are some men out there where they like to be the one. There are some men, they're like, nah, you're not paying for anything. I'm paying for everything. And if you find that man, you would be in heaven because that's what you like, right? But there are some men out there who they're different, right? And I believe that sometimes because we have these hardliners, it puts us in a corner where sometimes we don't get a chance to meet a person that could be our, Cupid or whatever. You know what I mean? There are some. When I was single, there are some things that women would do that I didn't even want to know about them because I saw those traits. You understand what I'm saying?
Tell me, elaborate on that, Dre.
For instance, a woman and this is not about you right now, even though it's something you said, it's not about you. There are women who say a man got to pay for everything, which you didn't say. But women who say that, if I hear you say that, even if I can pay for everything, I don't want to meet you.
They wouldn't get the Forbes 500.
Nah.
They wouldn't meet the Forbes 500, Dre, that exists today.
I have a pet peeve about women that smoke.
Yeah.
You could be the flyest woman in the world, and you whip out a cigarette,
What about
you
ganja?
whip out the cigarette.
What about ganja?
You whip, if you smoking, you whip out anything you're smoking. As soon as you whip that out, I'm turning.
Nah, ladies, that turned me on.
That's you.
That turned me on.
Because you're a smoker.
You whip out the spliff, I'm like, ooh, who is she?
So I think as it relates to 50-50, right?
Yeah.
I think, and which we pointed out earlier, if you have your own living situation, you would have to pay all of your bills, right? So if you're in a relationship with somebody and 50-50 is what he's proposing, you're still benefiting because you're still living and not paying all of your bills.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? That's how, maybe it's a guy looking at it that way and women look at it differently.
No, it makes sense, but it just also depends on how much he makes.
Sure.
It's just contingent on the salary.
Yeah.
Yo,
Especially for the man.
15.
You're lucky if he tells you how much he makes.
15.
And y'all are not married.
Yo.
Yeah.
I can always find out.
Google. Yo.
Okay.
Women be out here Googling your career,
No,
fellas.
but also I've taken my guys to my tax guy. I'm sitting there while they're doing their taxes.
Oh, I will be suing your tax guy if he tells you how much I
we're
make.
there together. We're literally sitting together.
You see that?
Doing taxes.
Dudes, these women are slick.
It's not
Slick.
If you need a tax guy, I got a tax guy. Come to the tax guy. We're sitting there and we know. I'm very involved in relationships.
This is what I
know a
think.
lot of stuff.
This is what I
So
think.
it's if I know your salary.
I think it's about maybe 15% of men in America make 100,000. Did y'all ever hear that stat? And then if you go to black people, it's even less. Black men. So
I don't know if I believe that. A lot of people make a lot of money, bro. A lot of people make, half these goddamn bus drivers make over 6 figures. Half of them. So I don't know if I believe that stat.
That's that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe it's skewed because we're in New York.
I did, honestly, I looked up the median average income for United States and it's $56,000.
Yeah, but that's taken into consideration
women.
40 of our states is below poverty.
The United States. So
Yeah.
even looking at neighborhood statistics within the Bronx, median salary is $26,000. So, there are the elite few. I mean, we probably know a lot more people that make, over 6 figures, but there's a lot of people who just make really less than that.
And look, there are a lot of people that make less than 6 figures. I'm just thinking of a lot of people I know are plumbers, electricians.
No, they make bank.
Yeah, and there are a lot of electricians and contract workers.
They make
money. So if I'm looking at that, I don't know a lot of people that grown men are doing security for a living, right? Or the security at the mall or whatever that's paying $20,000 a year.
Yeah.
A lot of grown men I know have, jobs where they're supporting their families, and it ain't no little bit of money. They're all not making 6 figures, but they're not making $20,000. You can't support anybody in New York making $20,000 a year.
As a friend told me, women's value lies in their youth, their beauty, and their fertility.
You and Kevin Samuels were not friends.
And
that
a
was the funniest thing you said all night, actually.
and a man's value relies in how much he can provide. And we shouldn't be mad at a woman for using that to her advantage, her youth and her beauty. And if she can get a man to pay for everything, that's kudos to her. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of women are going to end up dying alone or turn into lesbianism because a lot of men ain't making 100,000 plus out here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's not where I thought you were going to go with that, but okay.
But listen, to each his own. If you feel that you can get a man to pay for all your bills and that's what you want, then that's what you deserve, baby girl.
You know what's funny? You
should wait 20 years till you find that.
The funny thing is,
I think it's just like, it's all in your relationship dynamic. Honestly, like you guys communicate. I mean, your level of expectations. Like I always want to know what your expectations of me are versus my expectations of you.
Facts.
So it's like, let's just have a conversation. If you feel like we should go 50-50 and that's not for me, I'm like, hey, for me.
In the beginning.
Like, you know.
In the beginning.
Like,
not try to change that mother,
right.
that dude.
Exactly. And it's just like, for me, like I'm very generous.
Dre, what will you teach your daughter?
get yours.
What does that mean? That don't sound like 50-50. I mean, live off that man money paycheck.
No. Means get your own. So
Okay.
if you, when you, look, you will always be worth a lot to someone when you are worth a lot by yourself, right? So you build your character and you build your life. Now someone comes along and sees you and they see value in you because you have already built the value, right? So when you now are in a relationship with that person, they're in a relationship with you and the value that you built. So always build your value and someone else will see that value and want to have that as a part of their life. That's what I teach my daughters.
Christine, what do you want to say to the young woman that's like, yo, city girls up. A man gotta pay all my bills.
I think it's just learn how to love yourself. That's it.
The funny,
Learn, because you want to be secure within yourself. It's hard for you to feel secure when someone else is taking care of you. Because that can just go away. That can go away in any, minute. So
right. He could
know
throw
your
you
value, know your worth. Love yourself.
And have your own.
Have your own passions, have your own drive, go out in the world and explore.
Word.
The funny thing, remember the first episode we did about this 50-50 relationship thing?
Yeah.
The girl said, I don't do 50-50 relationships because I love myself. The man has to pay for everything. Because if we go 50-50, one day he's going to leave me anyway. But it's funny you're saying, love yourself so you don't have to worry about a man taking care of you. That's weird.
Yeah, I think it's because people have different perspectives. Like I said, my father, from what my perspective is on relationships, my father took care of the household. He basically just here's the money, my mom pay the bills, all that jazz. And to me, it's more so of being with a person who values you, being with a person who has the same vision and goals and mindset. Obviously, there's things that's gonna happen. Every relationship is not perfect, but when you truly love yourself, you're not gonna take a lot of crap.
True.
From your partner.
True.
And if your partner is gonna use their money as a way of a bargaining chip or a way of control, then that's not for you.
Yeah.
That's not true love.
Word.
To me.
So it's
Word.
no, we're gonna.
That's not real love to me.
The same way you feel that, the same way the conversation about, the same way you felt when we're talking about sex and what was a obligation is how I feel when women talk about men using money to control them. You said, I'm not paying this bill, that bill, that bill. You're paying those bills. Then how is it?
We decided.
Because you said you're not.
We decided.
Because you said you're not.
Because he says that's what he wants to do. That's what he is providing. He says, I am paying these bills.
I like that.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what you
That's
are
not
doing.
what you said.
That's what we agreed to.
You said, these are the bills. I will pay this bill, this bill, this bill.
I said it's all contingent on his salary. If this man makes $300,000 and I make $100,000 he is paying the bulk of the bills. And I said, I will pay all the ancillaries.
All right, so I tell you what,
light bill,
like Ali said,
the cable, I'll buy the groceries. Like, I will support the household in my way that will support us as a team. You know?
Well, I don't know about you men out there, but we gonna keep our own place. You gonna stay over there and you gonna pay all your bills with your $100,000, and I'm gonna stay over. You can come over whenever you want, but I'm gonna keep my place with my $300,000.
Right. Yeah, and I'll move into your place, and you can continue paying those bills.
How?
You continue paying those bills.
How you gonna move into my place? You gonna move into my place and then tell me I can't tell you what to do in my place?
Wait, what?
No,
like if I'm moving into your place, you'll maintain
and feminize up the place.
Sure.
And I will make.
And I'm gonna tell you, I don't want this in my house. I don't want this in my house, though.
Okay, that's okay. We can consider that. But it's like it's
I like
yours
you.
is mine.
I like her. I like her. She said we can consider that in his house.
We'll consider that. Yeah, we'll consider it. It's not. It's like control is like this thing where it's like, if you don't do this, I will withdraw everything. Like, no, that's not how things work. Because I'm not gonna do that. So why should?
Well, if you're in a loving relationship, a lot of the things you're talking about, if you're in a loving relationship, it shouldn't happen.
Exactly, and that's my perspective. That's where I'm coming from. That's where I'm speaking from. I'm not coming from like, oh, I met you on Instagram.
But if we're
you're about to fly me out to Tulum, to go to this Black coffee like festival and like all this jazz. Like, I'm not talking about that scenario because that's not my life.
But if we're in a loving relationship, you shouldn't be telling me you're not paying this bill or that bill.
Okay, I'll suggest.
Bang.
Like, hey,
So
let's make a plan. Okay, so this is the bills that you pay. These are our bills as a collective. This is how much I bring in, my measly little dollars, and these are your wonderful, dollars here. And this is kind of how we will decide bills are to be paid.
So in closing, Dre, give me your final closing thoughts on 50-50 versus the man in traditional times being the full-time provider versus men not making enough money to be the full-time provider in today's modern society at times.
So I think, like our dear sister here said, we have to have conversations, right? Depending on what you as the individual want for your relationship, is you guys have to come to some agreement, right? There are some, I'm pointing out instances where there are people out there who, because they have these hardline standpoints, they will lose men that they could have gotten a lot more from, but because they have these hardline points, they lose out on certain guys.
With great morale.
There are a lot of guys out there who will give you more than what you're asking for, but you won't get it because you're asking for it. I think you're one of those guys. Right? So why are you laughing? It's the truth.
Yeah, it just sounds funny.
So I think based on where you are as a human, you have a conversation with your partner, because you guys both have to discuss what kind of relationship you guys want to have with each other, right? So you have that discussion, and like she said, if he's looking for 50-50, meaning we're splitting all the bills, and you are like, no, I'm not splitting these bills, then it's a good time for you guys to be like, all right, you go your way, I go mine, because we're going to end up in a whole bunch of bitter animosity. So that's my point. Have a discussion with your significant other about what you want out of your relationship, and just make sure all your lines are clear.
Christine?
Women, you don't owe anyone anything.
I love it. That's it.
That's it.
Word.
Mr. Baba?
I'm going to say, don't go on no free trips. If you're not feeling that man, don't go on a dinner date if you're not feeling that man. Fellas, build yourself up before you take a woman seriously. If a woman doesn't care about your money and she's betting on you to win, don't let her down. Don't use that and take advantage of her.
What?
Ladies,
I don't even know what you just said.
if a woman is betting on her man and saying, yo, I'll go 50-50 with you, take care of that woman. Don't play that woman.
I agree.
Don't use that woman.
I agree.
Ladies, look for honesty in a man over money. Honesty is more important than money.
That's true.
Honesty is more important than money.
I think a lot of times why women feel like men should also pay is that there is that fear that men will just leave, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They may just get distracted or just not interested anymore and they just kind of like go.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it makes you feel a little bit more secure if they put in a little bit more effort versus like put in more monetary kind of like support in the relationship. So it kind of balances it out, kind of balances that dynamic out a little bit more.
And women want to show off to their friends too that they getting attention.
But it's
They
also
wanna be,
just,
look what my man did for me. It's an Instagrammable moment.
because I would say like because the guy that I dated did not provide that emotional kind of like connection, the depth that I was yearning for.
Mm-hmm.
You left.
Yeah.
So he was putting in more and you still left.
Putting in more of what?
You just said women feel like because
Putting
he
in
could
more of
leave.
what? Putting in more
She
of
said,
what?
what?
We're talking about money.
It was empty.
I'm talking about.
It was empty putting
I'm
in.
saying,
He was putting in
no, but it's
air.
like what he could offer me is gifts.
Well, you guys only were dating for a year.
Listen,
Are you a speed racer or something?
it's not even about me. There's a certain level where you want to be. There's a certain place you want to be in your relationship after a year. You know, like if I'm telling someone that I'm going through a lot, like I'm feeling scared, I'm just like blah blah blah. This person shouldn't be like, I hope you feel better.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he didn't have the tools to get to a level where we can connect in that way, and the only thing he could truly offer
Was money.
was gifts, was, you know, taking me out, things like that.
Did you look into the dynamic?
So
of his
no
parents?
companionship.
No, like we would have fun, but you know, like I feel like he was like narcissist, and I also feel like he was a little bit on the spectrum. Like it's all like he was like a software developer, so it was kind of like appropriate.
They're normally
like,
quirky.
Yeah, but then it's just like, so I felt like maybe he's like this social life. He wasn't really socialized in the way that he should be as well. So I thought that like.
And you didn't want to build that.
Listen, I tried. I was there for a year, right? I was there for a year.
You could get married to a person after a year, can't you?
I haven't.
That's not the question.
I have this theory that everybody is just a reflection
yeah.
of their parents.
I don't know, like if I can, like I
or
like,
what their parents weren't.
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have a very kind of just like very, I wouldn't say naive, but I'm very optimistic in relationships. Like I'm like, oh okay,
Sagittarius.
Yeah. And like I thought that I can like show him, oh, he's a little unsocialized. I can like help him, he's a software developer. It's probably like appropriate for his like industry, like, But no, this man is a narcissist. This man probably was a little bit on the spectrum. Like I like did a lot of research and I was like, whoa, wow. Like, but only what he could offer me was monetary support.
Yeah.
That's really the only thing. Outside of, there's other stuff possibly, but it was just like, okay, so
what's next?
This is what I need. This is how you show me that you care. This is how you show me that you care.
I need a yacht.
He did promise me a yacht.
Nah, but it's just like, if this is all you could do, then I'm gonna ask for the biggest version of this.
But like, so it's like, okay, so this is what you've proven, and I've tried to, other avenues. But if this is what you've proven that you can provide and do, okay, well,
do that.
let's do it. Let's
at that
explore
point,
that.
at that point, you know the relationship is over.
Well, she knew. He didn't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yo, Christine,
therapy works for sure.
where can people find you and get your amazing products?
Great question, Ali. So you can find me on Instagram at Angella Irving.
Yes.
I do have a website, angelairving.com.
Perfect.
I have Facebook, Angella Irving LLC.
Mm.
I also have LinkedIn,
Boss lady.
Angella Irving.
Boss.
You can also email me, info@angelairving.com.
Yes.
If you would like to carry my products in your stores, I'm on Fair,
Yes.
as well as Handshake
Ooh.
for those wholesalers out there.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Yeah, so just
You was
get in
recently
touch.
in American.
Yeah, so I I fulfilled like a large order for American Express, their Centurion Lounge at LaGuardia.
How many?
Products,
yeah.
1,000 products.
Yo, Black Girl Magic right here, yo.
That's great.
Black Girl Magic. And you still do the coffee
I do.
scrub.
Yeah, tell us some of the stuff you
So I
got.
have a range of not projects.
Give me a project chick.
I have a range of products. So I have a coffee scrub that's so good for your skin. It's made with black cumin seed oil.
Yeah.
It's also made with jojoba oil. I have a body balm that is amazing, made with argan oil, and argan oil is like the gold for your skin. I have face oils that will help you nourish and kind of like keep in your moisture. As you can see.
What series of what product or different steps of products, series of products have people told you work best for them? Like, have they seen the most change in themselves?
People really love the Simply Shea Whipped Body Cream. It is unscented. It is full of nutrients and it just glides in your skin and people love that. People also have raved about the coffee scrub.
Okay.
It just makes their skin feel so soft and nourished. People have raved about our face cleansing oil, especially if you have acne or you wear a lot of makeup. It helps just like really cleanse your skin in a deep way.
Yeah.
I love my face oils. Like that's like the products that I use on a daily basis.
Word. That's beautiful.
And then
You make these at home, or
I
how
do. I formulated all the recipes. I make everything by hand at home in my apartment. I am everything for this business.
Good.
But I'm looking to expand. So
All you venture capitalists out there,
yeah, invest in me.
check us out.
Black woman-owned business.
Yes. Doing it. Doing it.
Well, good. Thank you for coming. Hopefully we didn't embarrass you
No.
or offend you.
No.
She represented Black women well.
She did.
I'm not
And she kept us
offended.
in check.
She kept me in check. Ooh.
He was going. I was like, what?
Yo.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for having me. I really enjoyed my
Hope you come back.
Word. Yes.
Of course.
Word.